Just a quick recap on the progress of our mushrooms. So we have our shiitake that we made on June 18th. You can see it's slowly growing. Not as fast as I thought it would be for about 2 weeks in. Today is the 28th, I think. Next we have, this is our black pearl. Quite an aggressive strain. You can see it's fully colonized. Looks really good. Lastly, on the 18th, we tried to inoculate this agar dish. This is a lion's mane. There isn't much growth in the lion's mane. You can kind of see stuff growing, but at least there's no contaminations showing. So, moving on to stuff that we inoculated on the 23rd. This is a gray oyster. You can see oyster mushrooms tend to colonate faster. This is another strain I keep, Chicken of the Woods. It's June 23rd as well. Something interesting about this, it looks like little chickens kind of thing, little puffballs that are kind of yellow. Probably that's how it's get its name. Who knows, but definitely the mycelium does look quite interesting. Almost looks like chicken bouillon powder as well. The next we have a king oyster. Next one is the king oyster. This king oyster one is quite colonized, quite healthy. Lots of little colonies growing. Looks good. No contamination. No signs of discoloration or anything. And then this is our our black king oyster. I guess I made another one. You can see the oyster mushrooms are quite aggressive, as I said before. This one is fully colonized as well. Now, something weird happened with this, our cinnamon cap. Inside you can kind of see growth, mushroom growth inside. But what I noticed is you can still see the hint of green here from the agar, but it seems to have changed the color of the agar. Put the foam down here. Right there, you can see the mycelium as well as the change in the color. It's going to almost yellow. I'm not sure if the mycelium, just this type of strain, likes to eat whatever that's giving the green additive. We'll definitely keep an eye on this. It doesn't look like there's any contamination or anything, so it is quite interesting. Notice on this strain. Moving on to our pink oyster, we also notice the same discoloration in the agar. Not as much colonization happening inside, but you can see the mycelium creating somewhat of a thin spider web inside. the hollow airspace, air gap, it's not really creating any dense pockets of fluff. Definitely would have to keep an eye on this. I'm not sure, like again, I'll have to investigate further to see if this is just contaminated and that's why the color changed. So I'll keep you guys posted on my findings.